So, hi guys, welcome back. Before the break, we have seen up to question number 14. I hope you have read question number 13 and 14. If you have not yet read, I'll give you just 1 minute of time to complete these two. Assets under hire purchase system. You might have read, this how to account for transactions when you buy anything from on hire purchase, when you sell everything you have studied in group 1 accounting. Leasing you have studied in group 2 accounting standard 19. So that two are these questions, 13 and 14. Then we are entering into more generic, again, generic questions like payment of expenses. Payment of expenses.
Sir.
Tell me.
Sir, in the 11th question, payment for acquisition of assets, actually, it is a transaction, right?
Yes.
So they have given the answer like verify the existence title.
This verify is in general used in the context of examination. Sometimes what they ask, how do you vouch or verify the following? The question given in ICAI exam, how do you vouch or verify the following? ABCD.
Yeah, okay, sir.
You understand? Technically, you should understand the difference. That is the reason I told you that this is the mark. This is how you need to understand whether it is vouching or verification. But when you read any prescribed textbook, or even if you read ICAI textbook also, they use the word synonymously. So no problem about it. Okay, verify the existence, value and title of the asset acquired is a general point. You can write it. I did not say, even when Harini told that, I said this is a relevant point. But what is more relevant, I told you.
Okay, sir.
That is not a wrong point. Okay. Boneshwari, you have mic, ma? Say hi.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Boneshwari.
Hi,
how are
sir.
you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir.
Good, good. Can you read 15th question?
Yeah, yes, sir. Payment of expenses. Ensure that every item of expenditure has to be written off in the year in which it is incurred.
Wait, what is this?
Ensure that
if it is expense, it will go to P&L. If it is capital expenditure, it will result in acquisition of asset, it will go to balance sheet. Salary is paid, it cannot go to balance sheet, it has to go to P&L. When you are charging it as an expense in P&L, that is what we call written off. So every expense at the end of the accounting year should be transferred to P&L. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Every expense at the end of the year should be transferred to P&L. That is what they said, write off during the year in which it is incurred. Continue.
If the provision for outstanding expenses made in a past year turns out to be insufficient and the amount is material, proper disclosure of such a fact should be made in the accounts of the year in which any further amount is charged on that account.
Okay, this is, they are speaking about disclosure. What disclosure? Previous year you said provision for so and so expense, provision for environmental restoration, provision for warranty expenses, provision for bad and doubtful debt. Some provision you have created. How much? 100 rupees. But this year you had to pay 125 rupees. Provision for a court case. There is a court case on the company. They created a provision of 100 rupees. But this year they have to pay 125. So what is the journal entry you have written in the previous year? P&L account debit to provision for that court case account 100. But this year you paid 125. Provision for court case account debit 100. P&L account debit 25. To bank 125 rupees paid. So for expense incurred during the current year, there was a provision created in the previous year which was inadequate. So current year you have to pay more. That should be disclosed. Next, continue.
Ensure that no personal expenses are charged to the business.
So tell me one thing. If Pavan is a director in X Limited, Mr. Pavan is a director in X Limited. Okay. And imagine if Pavan's son, Mr. Small Pavan, is studying in XYZ global school. My son will not study in global. I do not have a son. Even if I have a son tomorrow, he will not study in global school. He will study in government school only. That is a different story. Or maybe he will not go to school at all. But still, for sake of example, I am giving you. Now, don't ask me, sir, where is your son, sir? There is no son. Okay, he is studying in XYZ global school. The school fee is rupees 6 lakhs. Oh my God, per annum, paid by X Limited. And X Limited debited the same to P&L account for the year ending 31st March 2022 as director's remuneration. Ta-da! Is this allowed or not allowed? Hello, everybody, answer. Okay, not allowed. Any other answer? Remaining people participate. Not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed. Not allowed. Okay. Bhuneshwari, what do you think? It is allowed or not allowed?
Allowed, sir.
Not allowed, eh?
Yes, sir.
It is allowed. The accounting treatment is correct, provided when the company appointed me, when X Limited appointed me, they said, dear Pavan, your annual package is this much. Monthly remuneration is this much. Bonus relating to your performance will be this much. Plus you will have all the following benefits and perquisites. In that they have given, you'll be given with one air conditioner, you'll be given with one car, you'll have one private driver for you, you will have these benefits. In that they also said your children education expenses is on us. For clerks and stenographers, companies are giving children education. Do you think for director, company will not give children education allowance? If it is not given in director's appointment letter, then it is not allowed. If it is given in director's appointment letter, you are conducting audit of this company. Harini went to finance guy and said, hey, how come Pavan's son is studying in a global school and 6 lakhs paid, this company paid, it is illegal. Then the accountant will tell, madam, I don't know anything. This is the appointment letter given by the board of directors to Mr. Pavan. You can read it. When you open that contract, it is clearly mentioned that the company is responsible to pay Pavan's child's education, whatever the cost it is. Then it is allowed. So you need to look at the contract. You cannot say this is allowed, this is not allowed. For example, Pavan has a private car. In my car, I am filling petrol. I went to PVR to watch movie, and this petrol bill 2,500 rupees company reimbursed. Now you cannot say, Pavan sir, you are going on a road trip with your wife, with your children, with your family, and then a petrol bill is given to company. What kind of person you are, Pavan sir? Arey yaar, that is the contract. I went to Goa with friends. 9 days I enjoyed. Company paid the bills. That is the contract. So please try to understand. If the company has a legal obligation to pay, it is allowed. Leave travel. Government employees are going on leave travel and government is paying bills. I go from Hyderabad to New Delhi. I pay my flight ticket. It will be 5,000 rupees or 6,000 rupees. My sister who is in Delhi, she comes to Hyderabad to see me. Bill, can you believe? I'm like, what? 86,500 rupees. 86,500 rupees flight ticket, one flight ticket, 86,000. I asked, what the hell this is? He said, central government gazetted level officers, grade A, something they tell. No, I do not even know. Air India business class. That's it. Because that is a part of the contract. She is allowed. So government paid. You cannot say this is not allowed. She has the eligibility. So Pavan has the eligibility, they will pay. So you should be very careful. Why, this section 143 is highly misunderstood by students. Unfortunately, wrongly explained by some of the teachers. No personal expense should be. Arey yaar, this is not personal expense. This is an employee benefit cost. This is a part of salary you are paying to Pavan. So this can go to salaries. This can go to P&L. What is prohibited, What is prohibited, Paying Pavan more than legally what the company can pay. So Schedule 5 is there. You calculated managerial remuneration. Total managerial remuneration is 82 lakhs. Allowed 82 lakhs. But the company has paid 1 crore. So above 82 lakhs, how much company paid? 100 lakhs company paid. 82 allowed. 18 lakhs, that 100 minus 82, 18 lakhs is there, no? That is not allowed. What the company has to do, Company has to record that 18 lakhs as loan given to Pavan and recover it. Because Companies Act said, dear company, you can pay only up to this much based on your schedule, based on your law, Companies Act. You can pay 82 lakhs. Beyond that, if you pay, then it becomes personal expenses charged to revenue account. Guys, you understand that? Hello, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, continue.
In the case of a company, personal expenses, if charged, have to be reported, particularly those which are not covered by commercial practices or contractual obligations.
If it is a commercial practice, in my company, 4,000 workers are there. That workers' kids' school fee, I will pay. That is my commercial, that is the industry practice. Or there is a contractual obligation. If it is not covered by any commercial practice or contractual obligation, then Pavan is looting money. Then auditor should stop.
Ensure that where any part of an item of expenses relates to the period that extends beyond the close of the year, a proportionate amount thereof has been adjusted as prepaid expense.
Obviously, you paid money for 2 years. Say, for example, prepaid insurance. Then you have to apply cutoff procedures, and one part which is not expiring in the current year should be recorded as prepaid. Next, continue.
Check the genuineness of the transaction by comparing it from the details of supporting vouchers like bills or invoices, etc.
Excellent. Now, payment of income tax, payment of customs, payment of excise, I'm leaving it to you. Traveling expenses, I'm leaving it to you. Preliminary expenses, I'm leaving it to you. Salaries and wages, read this. All these, I can actually, next 10 pages, I can leave. Next 10 pages. But still, we'll do on some random basis. So, read this salaries and wages. Important question from exam.
Salaries and wages. Salaries and wages. Verify the disbursements of all wages and salaries by reference to the receipts furnished by the employees.
Employee has to sign one voucher, no? Next.
Verify the salaries and wages bills in case of newly appointed persons by reference to the offer letters, promotion or transfer made during each month.
Okay, next.
Check whether the overtime and piecework payment to workers is authorized by officers who are not associated with the wages department. Test the correctness of the amount paid by reference to the annual return of salaries, etc., submitted to the income tax authorities, and that of wages with employee state insurance cards.
So if you observe, guys, this is documentary evidence. This is accuracy of the amount. This is accuracy of the amount and compliance with the law. This is authorization for overtime payment. So like that, you can remember the side headings or the keywords. Then you can develop it. Okay, now when you go to ICAI study material, this is our beautiful ICAI study material. You look at this, if you go to salaries. Okay, first they started with assertions. This already we have completed in the previous session. That is the reason I'm not again repeating. So if you look at it, for income statement captions means what? Transactions comprising revenue and expense balances. So this is what already in the Word document I have shown you. What are all the debits and credits to P&L? So occurrence, completeness, cutoff, measurement, presentation and disclosure. First you have to read this. Then if it is balance sheet, then it is balance sheet. 3 items will be there. Assets will be there, liabilities will be there, equity will be there. Account balances, existence, completeness, cutoff, valuation, and rights and obligations, presentation and disclosure. So if you read these 2 tables now, then you will get overall one idea. Then they have given balance sheet captions. What are balance sheet captions? Already we have, we have typed so many things: share capital, equity share capital, preference share capital. Now you see how much of the drama and story they'll write. See, share capital. Why student wants is every company's life cycle starts with raising of capital. Other than a private company, every other company issues prospectus, which may be in the abridged form or a statement in lieu of prospectus before it proceeds towards allotment of share capital. The prospectus defines the conditions on which allotment will be made, like minimum subscription, the projects on which the amount raised shall be spent when these have been decided upon in advance, and to specify limits on certain. Where is verification of share capital? First, they will tell you the whole story. Share capital starts with, and then keep on. Here, audit procedures came. This is more important. So while writing the answer, see, ICAI, I'll tell you one thing, okay? I have been seeing ICAI for the last 15-20 years. I have started in 2003 studying, so I completed in 2007. That means since 2003, I know ICAI. They are trying to do something recently. What is that, Like ACCA and CPA, whatever the computer-based examinations and TBS, they call test-based simulations. So ICAI is trying to experiment, but they do not have guts to completely migrate. This 30% of MCQs is there, no? 30% of MCQs. This is ACCA CPA style. The moment ICAI proposed this 4-5 years back, I said, this is ACCA. So that 30, I'm not saying they are copying it. Maybe it is a global standard. 30% MCQs. Case study based questions. 4 years back, 3 years back, ICAI study material is not like this. Completely different materials are there. They completely revamped it. Left side, they are writing completeness. This is damn ACCA style. 100% ACCA style. I have completed ACCA audit paper. That is the reason I know. I teach ACCA, I teach CPA. That is the reason I know. So now ICAI is expecting the student to write answer like this. So Pavan sir, how am I supposed to write the answer? Listen carefully. If the question is, how do you verify share capital? First, share capital. Underline. What is share capital? Write one para. 2-3 points. After that, this should be your heading. Completeness. This should be your heading. Then you write, to establish the existence of share capital as at the end of the period, the equity balances that were supposed to be recorded have been recognized in the financial statements. So this is what the auditor has to ensure. This is assertion. So you need to write, the auditor has to ensure that the equity balances that are supposed to be recognized during the year are properly recorded. This can be achieved by these audit procedures. So left side it is objective of the auditor. Right side it is how the objective can be achieved, audit procedure. When you are attending this for the first time, it is like, Amma, Pavan sir, sounding so heavy, Pavan sir. Will I be able to write it? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. You will be able to write it. So again, I'm telling you, if you are writing about share capital, first you write one para, share capital. Then your mind should go to the tables given in ICAI study material. Oh, share capital means second table, balance sheet. Okay. In that, what are all there? In that, what are all there? Now look here. Completeness, existence, cutoff, valuation. The same will be discussed in the answer. So this is your pro forma answer. All others are your actual answers. Now look here. Completeness left side, valuation left side. Okay, then. Now student will get a heart attack. Disclosure left side. First objective completeness, second valuation, third disclosure. And then note Raja. Then reserves and surplus. Now Chintu will get a doubt. Sare, oh Sare, this bloody share capital started in page number 8 and ending in page number 17. Do you think I will write 9 pages printed thing? If I write in my handwriting, that will come to 15 pages. Sandeep, hey Sandeep.
Yes, sir.
Can you write this 9 pages?
No, sir.
Better leave that 4 marks.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't want that 4 marks, sir. Thank you, sir. Then what you are supposed to do, you know? Like this, we have given short notes, na? That you will write.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Will I get marks? Maybe you will get half mark less or 1 mark less. Out of 4 marks, maybe you will get only 3 marks. But to get 4 out of 4, can you read and write this 9 pages, 10 pages? Humanly not possible. Then reserves and surplus. See the size of reserves and surplus. See what all they're explaining. So reserves and surplus. So first, what is reserve? They explained. Then they said it can be revenue reserve or capital reserve. Then they said what is revenue reserve. Then they said what is capital reserve. Then examples. Then this is your answer actually. Existence, completeness, valuation. Pavan sir, how can I achieve these objectives? Audit procedures. That's all. So that started in page number 17 and ended in page number 20. Yeah? That means 5 pages, 17, 18, 19, 20. 17, it started in 17. So ICAI expects you to understand this. It started in 17, it ended in 20. That means 4 pages. So they have given reserves and surplus in 4 pages. Then borrowings. These are borrowings. ICAI has given one beautiful diagram copied from internet. They'll give one source also at the end. We have taken this diagram from so and so. Then again, debt, existence. What is the second one? Completeness. What is the third one? Valuation. What is the fourth one? Disclosure. So it started in page number 20. It is ending in page number 29. So how many pages, Sandeep?
Sir, 12 pages.
The whole material, if you are doing ACCA, if that book is written like this, or in this kind of pro forma, our notes, the whole ACCA study material will come in 100 pages. Here, whereas one chapter will come into 114 pages. Plus, at the end, what they write, students are advised to read the pronouncements. If you go to pronouncements here in ICAI study material, if you go to pronouncements now, you will get a heart attack. What the hell is this? Standards 200 to 299, 300 to 399. Now, when you open, because it is there in the study material, when you open, this is 100 pages. Okay, one document you opened. Second document, 50 pages. Third document, 128 pages. Fourth document, 103 pages. Standards, 66 pages. Announcements of council, 40 pages. Initial pages, some 8 or 10 pages will be there. Initial 6. Don't even look at these things, okay? You will die, I'm telling you. ACCA, MCQs, full questions. In ACCA, there will be 3 questions, A, B, C, bolke. There are case studies also. You have to write longer answers also, but majority of them are like, highly conceptual. No, it is not theoretical. Okay, chalo, anyway. So this is trade receivables. Now, why I have opened this document is to show you salaries. See, when you are looking at this, how do you verify trade receivables? This started in page number 29. Look. From 29 to 37, 8 pages or 7 pages. Normally, I am a blind follower of ICAI, okay? I always say ICAI is right. Sometimes when I see this kind of documents, I get a doubt. This CA intermediate student is in the first stage of studies. And he will have this small brain. You cannot expect CA intermediate student to have a superlative brain. With that small brain, reading this material is very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. But still, they expect you to do. Now, salaries and wages. If you look at salaries, you literally get a heart attack. Where is salary? They have given employee benefit expenses. What is this? I think this is towards payment of purchases. So now we have seen purchases only here. Here purchases we have seen now. Hey, where is purchases, Ray? Somewhere we studied purchases, no? Cash purchases. This is purchase of goods. This is what I have given. This is purchases. Purchases is another significant process of the entity. Similar to sales as discussed above, purchases and disbursement cycle in business refers to the set of processes that begin when an order for buying goods or services is placed based on requirement of production or user department and ends when the entity receives the product. What is this, In ACCA, there is something called transaction cycle. They will give a flow chart. So these people tried to explain it descriptively. What is the transaction cycle? Which is not required. Auditor needs to obtain a clear understanding and see. Then they will write Hana Raja. So Sandeep, what is the conclusion, Sandeep?
Study the material which Pavan sir gave.
Study that material once, if you can do that. You said 117 pages, you can complete in 6 hours, no? So one day only, no, 6 hours study. Then come to this. Now he'll say, sir, no, sir, I forgot, sir. Sir, actually, I can study half page in one day, sir. So 117 means 234 days it will take, sir. Sorry, sir.
Maybe in the next year attempt.
So it is very difficult for a student to read like that. Even salaries and wages, how much they have given. Employee benefit cost. You can add more points to this 4, okay? I try to cut this to a reasonable level so that student will not be overburdened. Having said that, Pavan sir, I got 2 more interesting points. Can I add that too? Happily you can. But don't substitute that with my point. These 4 points you have to write. After these 4 points, if you want to write 2-3 more points, you can write. Okay. So guys, read 22 and 23.
Petty cash. See where a columnar petty cash book is maintained, that the extensions have been carried forward into appropriate amount columns. Trace posting of the various columns in which payments are classified to the respective ledger accounts. Verify the cash balance in hand. Auditor should also verify whether the amount of petty cash impress is fixed.
So guys, all of you understand these 4 points? Isn't it easy? If you want, you can write 1-2 more points also. Okay, next, advertisements. Read, ma.
Advertisement expenses or expenditure incurred for promotion of products. Obtain the complete list of advertisement media-wise, that is newspapers, slides, hoardings, magazines, television, radio, etc., showing the dates, exact location, timings, along with the payments, amounts paid in respect of each category. See that advertisement expenses relate to the client's business. Where the entity has regular contracts with the advertisement agencies, see that regular statements are obtained from the agency showing the advertising media and amounts debited to the client. Discounts, if any, should be properly adjusted and disclosed in the bills.
So these are general points which, you don't need to break your head in understanding. What I'm thinking is this company's transfer of profit to reserve rules 1975, there are new rules here. I think we need to read the new rules, transfer of profits to reserves rules. Oh, still it is 1975 only, transfer to profits to reserves, Companies Act 2013, reserves rules, 2013. 2014 rules are also there, it seems. Okay, so here it should not be 1975, it should be 2013. That's all. Okay. So guys, now what are you supposed to do is 23 we completed, dividends, retirement gratuity, then receipts. So if you do dividends and retirement gratuity, payments is over. Then we are coming to the receipt side of the cash book. Receipts side of cash book, then cash sales is there, then interest and dividends received, rental received, bankruptcy dividends, sale of investments, vouching of loans, insurance, junk materials, recovery of bad debts written off, refund of general insurance premium, audit of purchases, gross profit, purchase returns, credit sales. So I want you to do up to question number 50. Okay, like 4 pages. Next 4 pages you have to read, then we'll start the next session. So start from question number 26, read up to question number 50. This is your work, class work. Now you have to do. After that, we'll sit again and we'll see what next part we need to discuss. Okay, hello. You have to do this now. Okay.